Hello, hola, yeah, it's a beautiful morning from Nairobi, Kenya, specifically from Kibera Sounds. And guys, today is a beautiful day, and we are here for Chit Chat, episode 3. And guys, it's going to be fire, full of laughter, guys, and I can't wait for the big segment. So guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Makamus. You can also call me Aquaman. And I want to thank each and everyone who has been supporting us by sharing our videos, commenting, and also subscribing. Continue subscribing. You know, our aim is our videos to get recognized globally. And guys, let's get it for part 3. So, and guys, we have Kennedy here.
So good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing okay, and welcome to our chit chat session, our part 3.
Yeah.
So let's get it, guys.
Yeah, and guys, today actually we want to give you the experience of how we, can I say, childhood times, and how we grew up. And Kennedy, I think you'll start, and then
So it's about this session is about just things we've done in the past. Growing up, our dreams, where are we now, and yeah, it's just going to be a very nice session, and I hope you like it, guys. So
yeah, and
stay tuned. Yeah.
This episode is going to know us. You need to know us better, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually, we are encouraging you. The next episode, you want some questions, and maybe what you want to know us about us. And guys, let's get it for today's episode. So Kennedy, I want to ask a general question. What was your dream when growing up?
So when growing up, I felt like I've changed my dreams like gradually when I was growing up. So first, I wanted to be a policeman.
Funny guys.
Yeah, because I was in the primary school. One of my cousins, my elder cousins, became a policeman. This for the prison. So he used to have money those times. So maybe this thing has money. So I was like, I want to be like him.
So you are motivated by money?
Yes, no, that's I think because I was like, he had money, he's doing fine for himself. So I was like, probably I can be like him. So I was like, every time when he came home for holidays back home in the village, I would tell him, I'm waiting to finish school so that you help me get to be a prison officer like you. Yeah. But then, yes, he's a wardener, yeah. But then gradually when I was growing up, from that level, I wanted to be a lawyer. So
now you changed.
I changed
from a policeman, and guys, a bit. In Kenya, you have seen news all over. You have this police brutality, and sometimes maybe when you are that time, I think we had no brutality like now we're having, and now we're having a lot of
abductions,
abduction in the country. So, guys, by that time when Kennedy was a young man, we had no issues of
being police officer, all those things. Yeah.
So you changed from a policeman now to
So after joining high school, I wanted now to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer since the only reason also is I went with my dad to work on a lawyer's home. My dad is an electrician.
Electrician.
Yeah, my dad is an electrician. So we went with him. I used to be like the right hand man of my dad. So now I'll dig holes for him to put in the wires. So one day we went to one of the famous one lawyers here, and I saw he was living good. He was living large. I was like, probably I want to be a lawyer. And I was so serious about it, so I started doing things to do with that, and so things happen. But now I found myself in tech, and I'm just exploring tech sites and computers and everything. So that's how I wanted to be a policeman, I wanted to be a lawyer, and then later I found myself into tech, and it's been amazing, guys. I won't say anything wrong about it because it's just learning experience. It's very versatile, and it's versatile. Though I have my own niche things that I do and I'm an expert of, so that's where I'm concentrating in. I'm glad it's giving me something at the end of the day. So
yeah, and you are enjoying it. At the end of the day,
enjoying it.
It's the enjoyment, yeah.
Yes.
As
long as you love, I developed the passion of being with tech after high school. So I decided, maybe I could start with doing this. So I started to improve myself, getting exposed to those sides. And that's how I managed to get a lot of experience. I mean, get a lot of exposure to that field. So I found myself passionately getting involved into that field. So it's been amazing.
And for me, guys, I wanted to be a teacher because my dad is a teacher, and I liked teaching. Yeah, I think it's something passionate about me, but luckily enough, I didn't become a teacher. I ended up coming to become learning about survey. So actually, guys, I shared on the Vonya Brothers. I didn't manage to complete my university level because of school fees, but I did 3 semesters for survey. So, but I'm hoping when things get right, I'm going to get back to school.
Still have time.
Yeah, and complete my survey course. And actually, I like survey because, it reached a time I had a passion about it. And actually, it was a land survey. I had a passion about it, and I felt like this is where I belong. So, but growing up, I wanted to be a teacher because of my dad. Yeah.
Now you are surveyor Mokamusi.
Yeah, now I'm surveyor.
But it's a nice. It's very nice. It's a nice career.
Yeah.
Because you help people, know knowing their properties.
Yeah, knowing their property. You do soil sampling also for the maybe a client will come and wants to do farming and he doesn't know the type of soil he has. So you're going to do soil sampling and then you advise him. So it's a good career. I can also advise someone to take it in. Yeah.
So what about let me ask you, so since you wanted to be a teacher, your dad was a teacher, right? So what was it like growing up for you? Growing up?
Or growing up with my dad, I feel somehow he was so keen on me, on my studies. Every time studies. Sometimes you can get even bored. Like my dad was so strict. It's only education, nothing. Maybe you want to tell him, my dad, I want to do this. He's like, no. Have you studied? Have you done your homework?
But do your homework.
Yeah, he was a strict dad, I can say. But to some extent, it really helped me so much. You can, when you have strict parents, you can not have a big headed. So it somehow helped me. So,
cannot be stubborn.
Yeah, you cannot be stubborn.
Yeah. So it was like your mom was there. Because you're going with your mom.
Oh, unfortunately, guys, some of you know, but I need also for the new members. I lost my mom when I was, 10 years? I was a young man by that time. I lost my biological mom. That's why I never talk about my mom most of the time. But may her soul continue resting in peace in heaven. Yeah. So I can say it was really it was so hard growing up, without a mom. Yeah. It was so hard because, I can say moms understand their kids better than compared to dads. Because I felt like there is a time my dad was not in my life so much. He was doing other stuffs. And maybe when that time I had my mom, to be somehow good. But all in all, may her soul continue resting in peace. Yeah. And what about you, Kennedy? But they, we also have same, can I say, issues? Because
Issues.
also,
Yeah.
also Kennedy.
Yeah, I did grow up with my mom, but I saw my mom for a while. You remember the time when there was a violence election?
Oh,
Yeah. So that's
in
when
Kenya,
my mom, yeah,
207. 207.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I was very close to my mom then, and now she got sick and she had to rest. But that was long ago. We hoping that souls are in a better place.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, my grandmother stepped in. So my dad, I think he wasn't really in a position to no, because he had to hustle, and I think he wasn't in a good position to like raise us by himself while hustling. So we had to travel back in the village, me and my sister, and we stayed with my grandma for all those years until I did my primary education. But now that was where life was really interesting.
Grandmother's love is actually the best.
Yeah. Because for my grandmother, I don't know, but she was very strict. She was very, very strict. She taught me a lot of things because I felt like I didn't have time to be a kid, because we had to do some things just to survive, first of all. So my grandma introduced me to selling vegetables when I was
young.
I was very young. I was around 8, 10. So I used to carry the vegetables and go with them to the market. Yeah. Those women, they still know me until when I go back to the village. One day I'll show you my village. Yeah. It's somewhere in in the market. They still know me up to today because I was very stubborn. I knew money so early, and I used to bargain with customers. I used to sell everything. I would sell vegetables like the fruits, mangoes. When it's seasons for mangoes, I'll be in the market. Even the mushrooms. I'll go and sell everything. As long as something can be eaten, I'll go and sell them in the market because that's how we used to survive. So I did that for a couple of years. Yeah. So, so one day I went to interview for agricultural or something of a sales a job. They asked me, have you ever done this? I said, bro, I have 10 years of experience. I grew up selling vegetables and agricultural products myself. So it was really a nice experience, but also it taught me a lot because, being exposed so early, sometimes you have to be, you have to grow up while still a kid. So in a different way, I'll say it helped me to, be a farm earlier. Yeah, and also is assisting you up to date from maybe decision making. Yes. Yeah. Also, I can say my childhood wasn't that good because my dad used to be a drunkard. So you can imagine you don't have a mom, and then your dad is a drunkard. There is a time I even ended up being in streets. Yeah. And then for how long you ended up on street for? Almost a year. Yeah. And by that, when I was a kid, and when I was in high school, also I ended up being in streets again for like a year. When I was in Form 3, yeah, I also ended up in streets. And then I was rescued by my uncles and then taken back to school. So I can say it wasn't that easy because of my dad's behavior. Yeah. Right. Because he used to drink. He was a drunkard. And I wish that life will never happen to someone because I can say it was so tough. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. What? For me, my dad he was trying. Yes, he did his best. I love him so much. Also, he was also those drunk. But I think it was just stress. For me, I just came in to realize because you have kids and you're still not trying to hustle. You don't have anything stable. You don't have like a career. So I felt like it was just stress maybe when my mom was there. So he just became drunk. Drunkard also. But after a few years, I think after when it took him long years, but after joining high school, he changed and he changed, he joined church, started doing all those things, I mean, he later became now more like a pastor. Yeah. So I really appreciated that change for him. And, that's the reason why, for me, because I don't drink or do those things. And the only reason is how I saw my dad behaving at those times. Like I promised myself, I will never drink or do those drugs in my life because of what they did to my dad at that time.
Yeah.
But like, I'm glad he changed, and I'm happy for him. So
he's a good man, responsible man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I can say, but it was nice to me because it made me responsible. But then I'm so responsible up to date because I knew to hustle. Actually, when I joined campus. I paid for myself for that period of time. And
So what were you doing when to pay for your school?
Yeah, hustling. I got a job. I did. I was printing T-shirts and those wedding cards. Yeah, all those stuff of printing. I used to do it. Also billboards. So I thank God I managed to get a big gig. But during those political campaigns, I can say actually that time I made a lot of money, which I paid for my school, and I also thank God because that time when I was joining also campus, my dad came in and he also supported me. So that time is when I got the money and I invested on the water. Yeah, to buying the pipes, all those stuffs by that time. So I think it was
God's mercy.
God's mercy. But unfortunately, I did for like almost 1 year in school, and I did also.
But I feel like, but I feel like you still have time. So
yeah, I still have time.
You still have time when you want to learn something. I mean, the problem here is always financial aid.
Yeah.
But we're figuring it out. So when you got the support, man, you just go and finish that.
Yeah, we wear that graduation gown.
Funny thing, did I ever tell you I never graduated?
You never graduated? For real?
I never. Let me tell you guys, I was scheduled to graduate, and I got a job on the same day. So I chose to, it was so random, and my parents, like the people that stay with, they don't care. Like they're not moved so easily with anything. Like I don't know how they feel. For example, even right now, if I get a job to go outside, and like how the family thinks, they always anxious. They want to take you to the airport. They'll never. They just pray for you. Yeah, they'll pray for you. Ken, I hope you take care of yourself. We're going to pray. They always pray. They pray for you. You go and do that thing. You see, when I was supposed to graduate, that day, I got a job as a project manager. My first job.
So I opted to,
and I never even told anybody. I just told my dad that I was supposed to graduate. So that day I was, I instead of going to the school to graduate, I everything was there, my certification and everything. I chose to do the work because I was like, no, I cannot fail these people because they were so strict, and this was the company from the US, and I have been trying to get that job and it was paying me so well. So I was like, it's my time to shine. So I was just like, I'm not going to this. They called me and told me, no, I have something to do. I never graduated there. I just went for my certifications.
Me up to date, I knew that Kennedy graduated.
No, I never went to I never won the graduation gown. Yeah, I never went to school to graduate. I forgot the job. I just went in later to take my certificate. It works. No, I don't know. I just said I have this job. I'm not going. And anyway, I felt like I don't know, but nobody would because even if I went there, I felt like nobody would come. So
you are just there alone.
I have a job. Let me just do this job. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I can say, life has we call boundaries. It has hills, mountains to climb. So you need to be strong. For also, also life has waves. So you need to be strong so that when the waves come and hit at you, you still be strong. Yeah. because these stories we have never shared, but we wanted to share with you guys. But all in all, it has been an amazing journey up to date. Yeah, and we feel somehow, like for me, I feel somehow I'm approaching to my dreams. Yeah, of changing also Kibera. This is an opportunity God has given us also, so that at least we can, whenever we go, every place we go, we share our stories. Yeah, and you motivate those kids. Sometimes they feel like this hard is like this life is hard. But when you share your story, they feel like, no, this person or Kennedy has had this challenge and he managed to tackle the challenge. So who am I not to tackle it? You see? Yeah. I feel somehow it's a motivation to us. All those challenges were meant to motivate us. Work hard each and every day. Kennedy, I need to ask, like up to date, what do you feel like you have achieved?
Well, I feel like, the first thing is, first of all, we are building from scratch. I'm not saying that we didn't have anything, but like we are trying to like build in a new generation. So I'd say we're building from scratch.
Yeah, because actually we didn't have that. What is it called? Heritage.
Yeah, like inheritance, things like that.
Inheritance.
Yeah,
Nothing.
there's nothing except for lands, like the family lands,
Yeah,
fields,
lands,
they have,
but no properties
that's
like
not,
maybe buildings.
yeah,
Yeah. Actually, we are from a very
humble
humble
backgrounds.
backgrounds.
Like for me, I'd say I grew up in the village, in a grass thatched house, those grass thatched house, without just an empty field. No, and it was just a very nice experience, because I just came to realize with technology and exposure, you get to know a lot of things that disturb your mind for no reason. With those times you just wake up, don't wear shoes. Actually, never wore shoes until I was in high school. I never used to wear shoes. Actually, you tell people and they feel like, I know you're lying. I wore my first shoes when I was in because when I was in high school, because it was just now I'm moving from the village, but the village nobody cares. Everybody was walking barefoot. Nobody cares, and you just have you farming your food, get your food, go to the market, come back tomorrow is school. In school everybody's barefoot, so it's something normal, right? Now kids.
But for me, I can say, most of my time, okay, my childhood times, it has been around Nairobi.
Around Nairobi, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So probably you have those. You were nice compared to
yeah. Somehow, village life not that much. But there is a time where also when I was in high school, I used to from school going back to the village, but not that long. And I can say I'm not that village guy. Yeah, like compared to Kennedy.
Yeah. For me, I'm a farmer. I used to farm. I used to have a very, we used to plant sugarcane. Myself, me and my grandma, we used to plant the sugarcane because we used to sell them. So we used to plant everything. And I knew how to do everything, like from farming, maintaining those things and also selling them. I need to do everything because that's how I grew up. That's everything I was being taught with my grandma, and it was just a nice experience. But now, when it comes to the town life, playing video games and everything, I never knew how to do this. I still have no idea how to play PS5 things. So like I don't want to learn, but I feel like I've surpassed that time to play those things.
Yeah.
But for us, as I was saying, we just building from scratch, and so far I feel like from that life to what we've achieved so far, I say even if it's something small, I mean, it's a step forward. For me, I've done a lot. I've tried to expose myself to a lot of fields. First of all, coming from there, I had that experience. I used to just sell things, so I just being a salesman. And now coming here, the good thing with me is I got lucky to get sponsored in high school, so I never paid for my school fee because my dad couldn't afford it. So, but since I performed well, I think in primary education, there was those, those scholarship things. So
yeah.
I got so lucky, and that's where I met that guy, our illest. We were in the same class with him, so with the same sponsors, sponsors. Yeah. So I was so lucky. My dad was not in a position to pay for my school, so the sponsors came in, and that's why I love helping people, because I was helped.
Yeah.
If I have something now that can help somebody, it's okay, because imagine somebody that I don't know about, somewhere in the US coming in and paying for kids in Kibera, and I'm one of the kids there. So I got so lucky. They paid, they paid until high school. Most of 4 years. 4 years. So I didn't pay anything. The only thing I could just do is wake up, go to school, come back. And I was so lucky because it was nice. And after high school now also, the same people, they try to at least help you also advance in campus. So that's how I managed to get exposed to some more education. I really appreciate them, and that person, God bless you. Because I don't know the name or any person individually. I just know it was a program of the school. And the people that supported the school, God bless you guys, And after that, I now decided to venture into things. I became a musician. While in campus, I was trying to hustle so hard, and I loved music. One thing I know, I was a village boy, yes, but I loved music. And I used to listen to Westlife a lot. The Westlife. Yeah. Yes, I used to listen to Westlife. Solidar. I used to sing the songs everywhere.
But you can sing for us.
I don't know. I haven't tried to sing for a while. But in high school,
you tried to venture into music, so
well, in campus,
at least you can make in campus, but then you believe that maybe a musician has
a lot of money.
So can I try this to venture in music so that I can?
And I was in Kisumu. Kisumu is one of the cities in Kenya. Here in Nairobi, for my campus, I went to Kisumu city. One day we'll go there in Wakamusi. It's a very beautiful place. So where I used to go there, now that's where I used to do music. So I used to I was trying to do the soul R&B type music, English songs. I'm going to put one song, just a little bit, you listen to the song. But it was the first thing I started to do, and it gave me, a say. Coming out of high school, I was a very shy person. But now it was a way of expressing yourself. And I realized with music, right now I'm doing music. I used to write music, but for fun, not like I want to do music, because I'm just doing it for fun, because it helps you express yourself. It helps you, for me, it helps me reduce stress sometimes. And when you listen to music, it speaks to you and everything.
Yeah, like it's speaking to you and also getting out what you feel.
So we had a group, me and my best friend, one of my best friends called Blair. We created a group called East Farm. So even if you go to East Farm, you'll listen to the song. If you search East Farm 254, you'll listen to the songs. We had a YouTube channel, so I used to do those things there. After high school, I came in and started to do free jobs. I was trying to venture in what I've learned. So I was just everywhere trying to teach computers, because I did computers. So I was just teaching basic skills. And I did that for a while. I was teaching computers, trying to when you teach people, you learn also. So I came in to do that. And now, you needed money, you need to have your own house, you need to do those. So I started to look for jobs. I became a watchman for one of the apartment, one of these lavish apartments here. So I found a job to be a watchman. I said, yes, I need money. I went there. I did that. And generally, I've been trying to expose myself into different fields. So from being a watchman, I came back, being with the organization. I've worked with a lot of organizations here. That's how I got mentored to be more of a trainer and more of a mentor when it comes to digital literacy. So after that, I exposed myself to different organizations here in Kibera, because that's what I felt for. I felt like I needed to do. After doing the free jobs of training people computers, I really got the passion to train people more on what I've learned. And a lot of people, they don't have these opportunities to, for me, I had sponsors to go to the university. But for these people, some people, they don't. So I felt like, if I have a knowledge that can help somebody to do something, why not teach them? So I was working with all these organizations here. I was just doing them. They were not paying me anyway, but I was just like, let me try. I can get somebody
who also, and helping and shaping the community also.
So that's where I got now a job. I got trained to be a project manager. I got my first job when I was supposed to graduate. And I was surprised because that job paid me a lot of money. I was like, how do you get paid a lot of money like this? How do you sign a contract? I was never like, I'm used. Like in the low level. So when somebody even pays you 50,000, you feel like that's a lot of money.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So when I got that job, I was being paid around 160,000 a month for that job. It was just a small month contract, but that's when I got now. So I can do this, and I can also be valued somewhere. I felt like because I felt like I had small. I was feeling like I had so low self esteem, I'd say. But getting a job like that,
it
boosted my esteem. I have value for somebody. I have value for some company. So I started growing gradually, slowly. I started improving my tech skills. I got into different tech competitions here and there. And now I was trying to apply for jobs. I've done a lot of jobs, from being property manager. I've done also sales leads. I've been exposed to different fields.
Yeah.
And that's how I managed to. When you get exposed to a lot of things, then you come to realize, to get the reflection of what you want to do, or who you want to be. So from that thing, I got straight for a passion in tech, and that's what I'm sticking to. Yes. So it's just how life has been. Yeah.
Yeah, and on my side, I feel like up to date, like I've achieved a lot. I also got a scholarship in high school. Yeah, actually I passed well in high school and then got a scholarship. But it went that scholarship. It was, I think, from UK. And then there's this guy. Actually, I went to a good school. It was a national school. Agorosari. I know you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Agorosari. It was a national school. But now, in between this sponsor and can I say is it the facilitator from Kenya for that sponsorship? He was being sent money, and he was keeping this money. So he was actually going to pay for even university levels. But when we reached Form 2, this guy started acting funny about school fees. And the school also wanted to help us to actually, we were like, can I say, we were almost 50 kids in that school who were being sponsored by this
Same person.
Yeah, same person. And the school also wanted to chip in to sponsor our education, but reaching at Form 3, now it became a burden to them, sponsoring like 50 kids, even if they are bright, it's hard for school to run also. So they had to call our parents and inform our parents that, at this point, we are unable now to pay kids school fees for your kids. And that's the time I told you I dropped out of school due to lack of school fees. Yeah. And also, so from that time, I also got, maintaining that school was hard. So I had to change school, maybe to a small school. But I thank God I also passed to earn myself in a university. And I felt like, okay, despite not me completing my university level, but I've achieved a lot. And for the printing shop, we did a lot, guys, and that's why I also earned a lot of money, and I come to invest in Kibera for my water project. And so far I can say, up to this day, I feel like I've achieved a lot, guys. And also I'm dreaming to also achieve a lot.
And that was my next question. Like, now, what's your dream? What do you want? What's your plan?
Okay, my plan to graduate. Actually, it has been in my head for all these years to graduate, so that at least I can get that. Maybe I can be able to secure a job, my survey job. I honestly cannot like we are not like, what can I say? Like we cannot rely on YouTube.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we are not some people that rely on YouTube. We have some hustles we need to do also.
But you know, one thing I realized also, you remember the training that we did?
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to, I mean, we all love that part that we want to graduate and everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like always the most important thing is always the skills you have. You know,
Yeah.
it's something that requires a certification or licensing. It's okay.
Yeah.
But like sometimes, you know, for me right now, I feel like with my skills or like with my the sector here, you know, where you can get a lot of skills through YouTube, a lot of you know, you learn a lot of content through YouTube and everything. You can get to, you know, if you have the discipline, you can get to learn a lot of things. Because if you cannot afford maybe going to learn them, then you have the discipline to do that. You can learn them, then also trying to implement them. So that's what I always feel like. I've learned a lot of things through online and, you know, online courses and everything, and I've managed to do things. And fair enough, you know, with my
you also beat those who went to school.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm sorry, for me, instant plumbing thing which I used to do up to date. Yeah, you know, I didn't go to school, and I believe someone from school, I can meet that person doing a plumbing job. And also printing. I didn't go to school. Is that I went to the shop, a printing shop, and I looked up, learning, and also using computers to make those cuttings and making all those. And sometimes other things you can learn practically.
For me, I repair also electricity because of my dad. I worked with my dad's dad now. I know to repair a lot of electrical issues, and and also so for you guys again, for you, you said your dream is to graduate, right? Yeah. And also maybe when it comes to, so you want to get employed because for you you're already in the business. You're doing like maybe the water business here, and apart from, so would you consider wanting to get employed or running your own business?
For me, I feel like, you know, graduating is bagging. I bag achievement. That's one the achievements in life. Not a must that I don't have that mentality, but if I graduate, I get the job. No, I don't have that mentality. I've been like, I feel that is one of the dreams I want to achieve. You know, you can achieve dream and then you bag it as one of your achievements. So I feel like this is what I want to do, but not purposely to get a job. But if it comes on my way, I will take it. Obviously, yes. Yeah, obviously I will take it. But also that, like, I feel like I have uncompleted business to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that you're going to achieve all that. Yeah. Because dreams are valid, guys.
Yeah.
So whatever we have in mind, we have to do that. Not for me. If you ask me the same question about having a dream, I only have one dream. There's this guy, you know, there's this guy, if you watch TikTok videos, there's this guy called Simon Scripps. So he goes in outside and asks somebody, random person, you know, what's your dream? You know, and you know, the way he approaches the situation is, you have a dream, and what are you doing about your dream? Yeah. So for me, last year, I'd say this, last year I opened a company, right, which actually it was just more of a pilot project for me. I wanted to explore that side, and I wanted to learn how it works, and I wanted to assess all the risks that it came with running the company, right? Because I didn't need I did my research, and I got everything, the licensing and everything. The only problem was the financial part. Because sometimes, you know, when you're starting something new, you have to get a lot of finances, support, or maybe partners or things. But I didn't have great partners at the moment. So I kept on learning about it. The whole of last year, I was just learning about it. Because for me now, I believe that I want to do my own thing. I want to run a company. I want to go corporate personally. And you know, one thing, for me, my passion is helping people get jobs. For real, if it's something that I love right now, it's about training people on how to get job or get their things done. That's something I really love. And I've been doing that for exactly 2 years right now. But I haven't been officially into something that I would say it's mine or it fully belongs to me. So, last year, I tried to build in a website for like an HR company, which I was just doing it for a small, it's like a test for me. I've learned how to get exposed to that type of field, what people to interact with, and what companies, what strategies to use. I've learned all those. I have them documented. And also, going into the immigration process, I also got interested. After failing to do that, I got interested in how the immigration system works and everything. How people manage to go abroad to work and everything. Myself going abroad to work was somehow practical. So I came in, I took the whole of last year to learn about the steps, the processes and everything. I've managed to interact with a lot of companies. And also, just going outside your way to just interact with these people. So I've been visiting different companies in Nairobi to see how they work.
The guys, some people has ambushed us. Some people here.
Hello guys. How are you doing, guys? It's amazing to be on Makamusi's channel, Yeah, today, unfortunately, is it unfortunate or fortunate? I overslept, so is it unfortunate?
It's a bad thing.
It's not a good thing, guys. I overslept and I'm just waking up right now. Trying to enjoy some nice coffee to hype me up. Yeah, I was coming to check on my brother here and he's doing a video, so we have to hop in and say hello to you guys and hello, my people. I love you.
And guys, actually, I'm even thinking next chit chat we invite this young man here to be on our next chit chat.
There's a lot to share.
Yeah, Kennedy, Benson.
Whatever you just said. But yeah, the weather is starting to be a cold season here in Kenya. Yeah, that's why you're seeing me with a sweater on. This guy is just drinking coffee to.
Yes, guys, when you're working out and you start to gain some muscles, this weather has nothing on you, but I'm a person because the coffee is too hot and I'm sweating, but it's cold outside, guys.
Yeah. And actually, guys, we are at the end of the video, and before we end the video, here comes the wisdom corner. And guys, here it goes. Be positive. Even your shadow gets excited to follow you guys. So,
okay, come again.
Like, be positive. Even your shadow gets excited to follow you. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Get it. You be positive, even your shadow gets excited to follow you because you are someone with good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, guys, I would say my wisdom corner is life is a gift. Always be grateful, man. Life is a gift. Always be grateful, no matter the situation. Ensure you're always living up to the fullest and hoping for the best. Be optimistic every time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, we love you guys. Take care. See you on the next episode. So, bye-bye.
You sing to the people.
I love you. Oh, we love you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, guys, we love you so much. Let's meet on the next episode. Peace and blessings always, guys.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.